Hey Detroiters, today's Friday, March 14th, 2014, and we got new curtains because we're adults now, and that's something that we do, so hooray, curtains. I wanted to do this video in two parts for you. The first part describes a funny thing that I do whenever Amanda texts me that she has a surprise for me when I come home, and that surprise is usually something really cool like wine or bourbon or pizza or something like that, but whenever she texts me and says, I have a surprise for you, I like to text her back weird things that the surprise might be. For example, the still beating heart of my enemies, a child to sacrifice to the great god Imhotep, silver bullets in order to continue my freelance vampire hunting service, and the most recent one that I just sent her, Teddy Roosevelt's brain so I can finally conduct my experiment of Robo-Teddy. The other part of this video has to do with the new novel that I'm working on. So I don't want to give too much away because there's a lot of confidentiality stuff going on, and I also don't want to blow the plot of my novel, but I will try and explain it to you the best that I can. So the main characters in my novel go through this really personal situation together that I happen to know somebody who went through that situation very closely. And it was kind of a pretty bad situation that the person went to, so much so that it's sort of like a defining moment in that person's life. And when I initially talked about writing something about this issue, this person expressed to me that they were very upset because they thought I was sort of stealing their story away from them. And now 5 years later, when I actually decided to do something and write a novel based on the situation, I got about 6 chapters in and I was doing really well and everything was going according to plan. But I still had this nagging little voice in the back of my head that says, you know, this person was upset with you the first time you tried to write about it, so maybe you should contact that person and see like if enough time has passed where it's okay to write about it, or maybe they're still gonna feel like you're stealing their story, or whatever it might be. So I sent the person an email and I explained the situation to her, and I explained that, you know, I wasn't really trying to steal her story, but I was, you know, just trying to write a scenario that sort of involved a similar event, and I wasn't trying to make the story about like her particular situation, and I was hoping that that would be enough for her to, you know, let me continue writing the story. But she emailed me back and said, I really don't want you to do that, even if, you know, you never show anybody this book ever again. Like, it's just too personal, it's just too much a part of me, and I don't really want to deal with that anymore. And so I was torn. Do I keep writing the way that I want to keep writing the story and make it what I want it to be, or do I continue my obligation to my friend and somebody who I really care about and really focus on their, you know, personal desires and focus on being a good friend? Well, ultimately, I decided to change the story so it's not about what it was originally going to be about. And it was really upsetting because I was already so far deep into the story. I was really getting into it. Like, everything was falling into place. I was already 6 chapters in, and now the whole thing has to change. But ultimately, I feel like I did the right thing. I'll write other stories, you know, I'll have other things to write about, but this friendship that I have with this person is something that I can't really replace. And so I'm reworking the novel right now. I haven't really written anything in about 3 weeks. I should probably do that this weekend, but there's basketball to watch. Why is my life so hard? And hopefully the new direction that this novel is taking is going to be just as good as what I was originally thinking, because I really think this is going to be a good one, guys. So that's just what I wanted to tell you guys this week. I hope you guys had fun at trivia on Wednesday. Robin, have fun on vacation. Sorry about the grammar correction in the Facebook comment, but you know, I can't let that kind of stuff slide. And good luck to those of you going to trivia next week. I will see you guys then, and as always, this weekend, go blue. See you guys.